Hi everybody. So we're about to watch the trailer for the new Beauty and the Beast movie. I love Beauty and the Beast. It's my third favorite Disney movie. I'll explain why it's my favorite Disney movie after the trailer. So before I say this, I'm okay with them redoing this. I'm okay with it. And I'll explain why I'm okay with it. Okay? So let's start the trailer. But I'll explain everything after this movie, after we watch the trailer, guys.
My dear, you're sick of your time. This
Yep.
is a small village. You are the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. No,
Typical dumbass Gascon.
but small also means safe.
See right there, that is not in the cartoon, and that is part of the book, guys.
You've come for my father.
He's a thief.
Come into the light. I will escape, I promise.
Look, a girl.
Who said that?
Hello. Hello, pause. It's all he ever does.
Well, we love Lumiere for that.
Want to see me do a trick? First petal falls.
The master remains a beast forever. And we become antiques. What did he do to it?
Nothing.
Get out of here! Go!
He's still as scary. That's all that matters.
You have to help me. You have to stand.
Aw.
If she is the one,
So happy you're using your British accent.
really learn to love.
Oh, that
really
song.
read one of these
I
books?
love that song.
In Greek. True as it can be.
And somebody changed unexpectedly. As the sun risen in the east, as the time is old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast. Yay! Sorry, I had to sing along. If I'm not a good singer, guys, I'm sorry. I love those songs in this movie so much. I got pretty much every single one of them memorized. I heard that they're doing 3 songs that were not in the original cartoon. I don't remember and sadly, we're not going to see Human again in this. Like we did when they released it on DVD and made the special edition. I'm not going to show that in here. So that's one sad thing we don't get to see. But what I'm okay with them redoing it because I love who they got as Belle. They got Emma Watson. Anybody who can do Belle, it's her. Because this is a lot. Belle and Hermione have a lot in common. Because both of them like to research things. So Emma Watson is born for this role. Because she already did a character that is very similar to this. And she's even using her British accent for this because Belle is from France. It works here. It's pretty similar. So she can keep her British accent for this. And I think she will do a great job. We don't know if she can sing or not, but we don't hear her voice singing, and he's playing in the Beast. Hopefully he can sing too, because I heard he's got his own song that was not in the cartoon, where he figures out that he's fallen in love with the girl he's loved. So that's one thing, and how the Beast looks. Well, compared to the cartoon. to me, I think that the Beast needs to be scary, but also attractive, to where Belle can actually fall in love with him, but he also needs to be scary, so we are actually scared of him at first. So, I think it's kind of there. The fear is there, but I don't really see the attractiveness that much. I have to actually watch it to see if he is actually be able to, where she can actually fall in love with him. Because to me, I never thought we're not supposed to think. To me, I don't think the person at the end who he turns into on Prince Adam, we're not supposed to think he's attractive, because we're supposed to fall in love with the Beast. But as long as they keep the scary and the goodness in him, both in him, that's all that matters. And they keep Belle, smarts, and kindness intact, which they will, because this is Emma Watson. And Gaston, I was never a fan of Gaston. He's not my favorite Disney villains. Like I said on my favorite Disney villains, because him and Hans have a lot in common, and I think they did Hans a lot better than they did Gaston, because him and Hans, like I said, they both fool a town into thinking that he's a good guy. But I think Hans does it a lot better than Gaston, because he fooled everybody, including us. But I always found him as a jerk, and I never found him as a lovable jerk. I just found him as a jerk, and he doesn't fool us like. I guess it's different because he's not supposed to fool us like Hans did, but he's never going to be one of my top 10. He's going to be like in the bottom people always. But I think they have it. They have the look down. They have the astonishing, like, I'm hot, like, hello beautiful, yada yada yada. And it's gonna take me a while to get used to the furniture with it, like Lumiere, making him have legs, because in the cartoon he didn't have legs. And I think people who are playing him, Ewan McGregor, I think he'll do a great job. And isn't I'm pretty sure the person who's playing Clawsworth is the one who played Gandalf, and let me check, and pretty sure. So hold on, let me see if I'm right or not. Yeah, I was right. See, I got it right here on my phone IDM page. It says Ian McKellen is playing Clawsworth, and Emma Thompson is playing Mrs. Potts. Great replacement for Julia Ann Buried. Who better to replace? Because they're both great actresses. We got Luke Evans for Gaston. Some people say he doesn't got the chin, but his chin's big enough. I think it's fine. Dan Stevens plays the Beast. So I don't know that much about Dan Stevens, but I only care if these people can sing. That's all that matters. Because every one of these characters have to sing in order to do it. That's all that matters. And so now we know most of the actors in it. I want to explain why I'm okay with this. I read the book after I watched this. When I was like, right after I watched this, when I got older, I read the book to see what it was about, and I found out that the way Maurice goes to find the Beast in the book is because he stumbles upon a pot of flowers. A flower is like on a fence, and he wants to grab one for Belle to bring her home as a present. And then the Beast finds him and takes him inside. Now, in the cartoon, he goes in there to escape from the wolves and the cold. So, they are doing this to be more like the book. Maybe they'll actually make LaFoon Belle's brother, because in the book, LaFoon was Belle's brother, and make silly girls her sisters. There was only 2 in the book. For some reason, they made it into 3. But in the book, LaFoon and the silly girls are related to Belle. So, maybe they'll actually make them actually relate to her again. I mean, the reason why they didn't do it in the cartoon, because they didn't want to be too much like Cinderella, because the same sex situation in the book with Cinderella is in Beauty and the Beast, except for they don't make her into a maid, but they treat her the same. They treat her the same way. They want to have the handsome guy Gaston. They're jealous of Belle's beauty, like they are with Cinderella. So I know Disney didn't want to do that. I don't know if they're gonna do that here, but I love they actually put a scene that was in the book that was not in the cartoon. They changed a scene. Some people are saying they're doing this shot by the cartoon, and that's not true. There is some scenes they are doing shot by shot, but that one scene was not even in the cartoon. And they're adding songs that are not even in the cartoon to the book, to the cartoon. Maybe ones are in the Broadway play that I never went and saw, because it's way too expensive. Or maybe they're making some new ones that make sense for the movie. That's one thing I like about it, and I have just got to get used to how they look great. I love how Chip looks. He looks great. I love how Miss Pot looks, and Clawsworth looks good. Lumiere, I just had to get used to the fact that he can walk now normally. as long as he can still sing "Be Our Guest," that's all that matters, because that's one of the best part in the movie. And I just think they made the horns a little too big on the Beast. But I think they're trying to make him look more like a deer, because since the Beast was based off like 7 animals put together. I think a beast is wolf, a bear, a deer, or an antelope. It's kind of complicated. I can show you a picture of all the animals' bodies that up here that the beast has put together. But they just made the horns a little different. And some people, I like the wolves. They look like they did from the Jungle Book, but some people say they look like the ones from Twilight. I just think it's more like from Jungle Book. To me, the story was so great. The third one. It's my favorite Disney movie because the story is so great in it. This did not need to happen to it, but part of me is kind of happy they're doing it to try to be more loyal to the books. To the book. They did that with Jungle Book. They made Jungle Book more loyal to the book. And they don't need to do this to any of the characters. All the characters have personalities, and they gave Mowgli a personality in the Jungle Book. This one, none of the characters need that. They're fine the way they are. But maybe you didn't just try to be more loyal to the book by doing this. So I will see it. I just had to get my boyfriend to see it. Is all. Okay, I'm gonna go and get Sully and so we can score this. Okay, Sully, what are you gonna give it? I'm gonna give it 4 paws. Now I'm gonna go play with the wolf that I had that looks like the wolves from the movie. I give it a 7 out of 10. And can't wait for the movie, guys. Bye. Thank you for being my guest.